Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. This is Clowniest Clown with the first war of season 37. And we're going to be bringing the newest rank 4 on my team, Infamous Iron Man, the whitelisted Hercules, and a longtime favorite war champion of mine because he's so easy to use, OGV. We're going to start off on path 7A. The first fight is Immortal Abomination. It's a conflictor node. Just means that he's going to start off gaining a bunch of power. We got to manage his power. We got to manage his poisons. Well, OGV's poison immune. So this is a pretty easy fight as long as you manage the power. It would be easiest if you had a guidance pre-fight from White Nito. Then you could be reliably parry and get around the conflictor. But no room for that on the team. So that just means I have to play this super conservatively and just manage his power. This is unfortunately a long fight, so I decided to spare you all and speed it up just as much as my little iMovie will allow. Enjoy. God, this is mind-numbingly boring, even at double speed. Oof. This is as painful as watching me play normally. All right, so as you can see, it's a long fight. I lose a little bit of chip health just by doing the block damage, but not really ever a threat. So the next fight is this stupid Kingpin. This is very common placement in war these days. It's stupid because Kingpin is going to have Vivified and Brute Force, so he's going to be gaining power like a maniac because of all of his natural debuffs. The ideal counter for this fight is Bishop, but Bishop is a pretty niche champion, to say the least. I'm sure DLL would do his entire war plan so that way there would be a Bishop for this particular fight, but I'm not DLL. So when I'm in doubt on a fight, I just say, screw it, herc it. And that's what I'm going to do here. My plan is that I'm just going to build up some charges to increase Herc's secondary damage, baiting and dexing SB1s like I did there. Maybe a little counter heavy there, get some extra charges. But I also popped an invul boost at the beginning of this fight because I figured, well, heck, if Kingpin's power gets out of control, I'd rather him throw a special 3 than a special 2 against Herc. The special 2 is just annoying with the unstoppable. The special 3 danger is the stun, but Herc can't be stunned. So theoretically, I could eat 3 special 3s, not be stunned, and still be fine. So that's the point of my fight, plan of my fight, until right there, where I screw up and I get hit. And that's pretty much going to be how the rest of this fight goes, because now I've gotten rid of my safety net. So now I have to be super careful. He gets a little conservative, backs me up the corner. I eat a special 1. I panic throw, quite frankly, an SP1 to get myself out of it. And now I can reset just a little bit. That's all I'm going to need in order to get this fight down, because God bless Hercules. He just doesn't want to die. And you can play about as badly as I played here and still survive most fights with him. So this is a victory for Hercules, an embarrassing video for me. But, you know, hey, that's what you come to this particular channel for. All right, so that's that fight. I don't know why we're just here, but we're moving on. Path 5B in Section 2. First fight is a Guardian. Guardian's a conduit defender. Hercules doesn't care as long as I never knock down Guardian. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw a medium light, dash back, do some intercepting here. God, I'm sweet at intercepting. And pick up some charges to max out my damage and just annihilate Guardian here, who is my longtime nemesis in MCOC. Not because he's hard to fight. He's not, although sometimes his SB1 is obnoxious to Dex for reasons I can't understand. No, he's my nemesis because he eluded me for the longest time, despite my many attempts to get him. So, suck it, Guardian. Next up, I think, is a rank 4 kitty. And I decided to bust out my brand new rank 4 Infamous Iron Man. I picked Infamous Iron Man for several reasons. Number one, I thought he'd be cool. Number two, when he has his armor up, he is incinerate immune. And number three, he doesn't crit. And I'm also going to eat a lot of kitty's prowesses. So my goal here is to do one of two things. I'm either going to intercept kitty, or I'm going to punish her heavy, like right there, build her up to a special 2, and then punish a special 2. And it works remarkably well. So unlike almost every other single champion I've ever used in war, Infamous Iron Man is undefeated. Actually, you know what? For the deep clown heads among this audience, there's only one other champ I've used more than once in war and not died with. And believe it or not, it's friggin' Quake. I've used her 3 times in 37 seasons, and they've all solos. So for the clown can't Quake haters out there, like DAP, etc., suck it. But since this is a clown video, you're going to see me get hit a few times there, but that's fine. I popped on an indestructible boost. I did it as a safety net here just because, again, brand new champ, Infamous Iron Man. I dueled like 3 or 4 times, and I was pretty confident. Got a sweet little intercept there to get rid of the protection shielding, and then I'll just finish it up with a special 3 because I like it in style. Great debut, buddy. Final fight here is the shared node 39 Modoc. Nothing really particularly special here. It's got some mighty charge. It's got that intercept shielding, but I mean, quite frankly, I've got Herc on the team. I had thrown on some Cosmic Boost earlier. I don't know why. I didn't even plan on throwing a special against Guardian, as we discussed, because he's Conduit. But I had him on for here, so, screw it. Start off with the parry heavy just to get the charges, and now I just go ahead and throw an SP1 into a block because I'm great at this game. I was anticipating a charge. Modoc was giving me the eye, but much like, girls in high school, I read the situation wrong. So then it just becomes all right, let me reset and do it right this time. And as you can see, Modoc really doesn't have anything to offer. Once you throw that special one, get the true focus, because you can say bye-bye to the auto block, and we're saying bye-bye to Modoc. All right. So the last planned fight I had was this Bishop on 51. It's another Conflictor fight, just like we had with I-Bomb earlier. And so just like I-Bomb, I'm going to use OG Vision. And I'm never going to let Bishop throw a special. I'm just going to keep him power locked for what feels like 17 minutes. So yeah, I'm just throwing special 1s. You'll see sometimes when I throw the special 1s or special 2s, he'll not be completely drained, and that's because after he gets drained, the heal block from Vision's kit gets eaten by Conflictor. So the one other difference between this fight and the earlier I-Bomb fight is that my teammate Rando was able to give me a guidance boost on this, so I was able to parry. But yeah, I mean, this is just an eternally long fight. At the end of it, I get a little impatient, push it a little bit, and take a little silly damage. But it did really. The fight was never out of control. So it's just this sort of stuff. And my dog is complaining about how long and boring this fight is, and I completely understand. I had talked about using Infamous Iron Man for this fight. There's this dude named Slaymon who says that the new Doom eats bishop alive, and I think that's true, except for like node 26 because it has the armor break component, which would take away the immunity. And also I think this node as well is probably pretty bad because of the conflictor, the power gain. I didn't want to chance it. I'll just go with OGV. Maybe during the next off season I'll give it a try. And then I had to clean up this fight, so I threw it in. We had a guy who just who's awesome and reliable, but he made a mistake because it's our first war, meaningful war in a very long time. And so whenever you need to clean up a fight, there's only one dude to do it, and that's Hercules, because he's the man. Thanks for watching. Take care.